My name is Michael Mastro, and I have over 40 years' experience as an Ayurvedic practitioner, a Jyotish astrologer, and a Vastu practitioner. I specialize in Vastu, but I feel that to give a holistic support to healing any mental conditions, it's very important to use all three sister sciences in this approach. Uh, so over the years, I've have many case studies of different types of mental illness and how different imbalances in different parts of a residence can contribute to these types of illnesses and what we can do to remedy or balance the the five elements. It's usually one or more of the five elements out of balance. For example, just as one I've done hundreds of case studies on depression, and it's usually an imbalance in the northwest part of someone's residence. And in that area, you'll see either something to do with shape, like a missing corner, or an extension. Um, and and what happens is when energy flows, like a stream is flowing and then there's a bend in that stream, some of the water eddies and stagnates and pollutes. Same thing happens with the energy flow in the house when the shape is not rectangular. Maybe it's L-shaped or T-shaped, etc. And wherever that energy gets stuck, it creates stress that can contribute to some kind of mental health situation. So there's really seven things that contribute to stress in a residence, creating the imbalance of the five elements. One is alignment. If it's not aligned to the cardinal directions, the longitudinal, latitudinal lines, then the energy field gets distorted and it can affect our thinking process and depression, schizophrenia, etc. The second thing that affects us is the shape, as I was just talking about, where there's a missing corner or an extension. Maybe the garage sticks out, or there's a indentation where we have an entrance to protect us from the elements. And the third thing is the placement of things within a residence. For example, each area of the house is associated with one of the five elements. Northeast is associated with the water element and growth in our life. And if you have a stove or any kind of fire element there, this can affect eating disorders, and in many of the case studies that I've gone through over the last 40 years. And for example, if you have a water element in the southeast has to do with fire element. So if you have a toilet there, this can have to affect the fire element and create anxiety, all the types of different anxiety disorders. And then in the southwest, that's associated with the earth element. And if you have fire or water elements or a missing corner or extension there, then this throws off the earth element and can have to do with any kinds of addiction, drug, alcohol, etc. And the northwest has to do with the air element, and so if there's an imbalance there, like a missing corner or extension, garage sticks out, then this leads to mental disturbance in terms of depression and many other types of ADD and ADHD, etc. So what we do in Vastu is we locate where the energy is getting stuck and creating stress and what effects it's having on the physiology. And then we restore the balance of the five elements. For example, if the toilet's in the southeast affecting the fire element, then there's a specific remedy for that. And I've been doing this 40 years and have amazing results helping people all over the world. So I really feel that three things affect our stress, and the stress is really the number one cause of any kind of mental health issue. So one is whatever you can do to balance the five elements in the body through Ayurvedic lifestyle is 30%. The second thing is our environment. Any environmental imbalances or stress will affect mental issues. So whatever you can utilize in vastu, the technology of vastu to balance those five elements, the sister science of Ayurveda, this will help a lot. The third thing is, when we're born, we have a certain destiny, a karma, and so whatever we can do to understand our astrological chart and balance the planetary and five elements within our astrology. So, looking in a holistic way, giving a holistic approach to healing any kind of mental issue, using all three sister sciences, I feel is essential. And we actually presented some of these studies on Dr. Oz with Dr. Kulri Chowdhury. So thank you for listening, and I look forward to going deeper into this knowledge.